The impact of Russian propaganda on NATO's eastern partners. The spread of Russian propaganda has had a significant impact on NATO's eastern partners. The intentional spread of false information by the Russian government has been a tactic used in order to weaken the alliance and tear apart its unity. The propaganda has been spread through various mediums including television, social media, printed media, and online forums. The disinformation has been crafted in a way that makes it difficult for NATO to respond effectively. In this article, we will explore the impact of Russian propaganda on NATO's eastern partners, and the ways in which these countries have attempted to respond. One of the countries most directly affected by Russian propaganda is Ukraine. In the wake of the annexation of Crimea, Russia launched a massive propaganda campaign that aimed to depict Ukraine as a failed state that was unable to handle its internal struggles. The propaganda was designed to convince the Ukrainian population that the country's problems could only be solved through aligning with Russia. This narrative played directly into the Kremlin's goal of breaking apart the unity of the alliance. The propaganda has been weaponized against countries like Lithuania, Latvia, and Estonia, which are all deeply concerned about the Russian threat to their security. The disinformation spread within their borders has had a significant impact on public opinion. For example, a study conducted by the NATO Strategic Communications Center of Excellence found that 80% of Russian-language news stories in Latvia were editorially controlled by the Russian state. Russian propaganda has been effective in shaping public opinion in these countries, often with negative effects towards NATO and the alliance's goals. Despite the challenges posed by Russian propaganda, NATO member states are responding to the threat and developing strategies to counter disinformation campaigns. One example is the NATO Strategic Communications Center of Excellence, which is located in Latvia. The center works to develop a range of tools to counter propaganda and add transparency to the information landscape. The center's tools include online tools to identify Russian propaganda and fake news, and guidelines for journalists to follow in order to ensure accurate reporting. There are also many alternative media sources emerging to counter the effects of Russian propaganda, promoting accurate and factual information. Even Estonia, which is a relatively small country, has been able to respond to the threat of Russian propaganda. Estonian officials have created a range of programs designed to counter propaganda, including an online portal of fact checks, a hackathon designed to develop new technology to combat propaganda, and even a program that offers training to young people to help them better understand and counter the Russian information campaign. In conclusion, Russian propaganda has had a significant impact on NATO's eastern partners. The disinformation has been designed to undermine the alliance's unity and create instability in its member countries. Despite the challenges posed by Russian propaganda, NATO is developing strategies to counter it and promote accurate information. NATO's member states are taking the threat seriously and are committed to working together to protect the alliance's values and goals. NATO's eastern partners, in particular, are showing that even in the face of such significant challenges, they are capable of mounting a response that protects their countries from the effects of Russian propaganda.